If you ask the Father anything in my name, he will give it to you. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. The Lord promised his apostles that the Holy Spirit would be with us until the end of time, the Spirit of truth, directing us and effectively aiding to preserve the faith, doctrine, and morals which Christ taught. Christ's Spirit lives in us. At this time, we may feel abandoned, alone, or scared with all the uncertainty. But we must remember his promise. I will not leave you as orphans. In the midst of all of our troubles, Christ has continued to be with us because it was directed and sustained by the Holy Spirit who abides within us. Saddened, insecure, confused, the world being turned upside down, the disciples find everything changing. Everything is changing. We know that nothing remains the same, and yet it is sometimes difficult to cope with this truth. The virus has brought massive changes, making us a little anxious and worried. As priorities shift, we adjust lifestyles, and our well-thought-out plans are challenged. The disciples thought they had stress and anxieties they should be living today. The virus wreaking havoc, adding other layers to our already daily challenges. And yet, the words spoken by Christ then are just as powerful today. I will not leave you as orphans. Comforting words in these vulnerable times of uncertainties, isolation, fears of paying bills and making ends meet. To know that we are not alone, that regardless of the situation, we will be nurtured, loved, and guided. In some ways, we have all experienced those transitions that have caused us to pause because we felt alienated and abandoned. A failed relationship, death, loss of health, a job, or something valued. Through the ages, there's been a promise made. I will not leave you orphaned. Regardless of the circumstances, we have never been and will never be rejected or abandoned. We are members of Christ's family. Because we are so loved, the Holy Spirit has been given to us. The Spirit, our advocator, comforter, and counselor, always with us, guiding and supporting us on our path. Sometimes we just need to quiet ourselves and take a breath. Just as we sense the presence of loved ones that have passed, the Holy Spirit is ever present in our daily lives. As we calm mind and body, allow Spirit, which is our light, to shine its healing energy. In this stillness, Spirit transforms our heart and draws us to our own strengths and giftedness. Spirit, residing in each of us, bringing us to wholeness and holiness, giving words to our stories and the stories of those who've gone before. Divinely guided in every thought, word, and action. We open our heart to your presence, breathing in the love that connects us with one another. As we enter into your sacred sanctuary of peace and serenity, we rest in the healing presence of the Christ within as we enter the silence. It was through love that Jesus revealed himself in his teachings. Obey my commandments. Love your God, your neighbor, and yourself. In the coming days, take time for quiet reflection and allow the Holy Spirit to fill your heart and mind with love and encouragement. Know that you are already enough. That during difficult and stormy times, we do not walk alone, for we are divinely guided. This week, ask and seek Spirit's presence in your life. Be open to its many forms: a phone call, note, child's drawing, a written passage, a song, story, or photo that brings joy and touches the heart. Bless it and give thanks. We were never intended to stand alone. Be there for others. Let Christ work through you to support them on their journey. As we return to this space, we are renewed and healed in spirit. In the coming days, honor the journey, for we are forever changing, growing, and evolving, being called to create new visions of what is possible. As we awaken to our spiritual essence, be loving and kind, for you belong to God. It is written on your soul.